Stoicism provides a light of hope in our fast-paced society, where fears, pressures, and doubts seem to be at an all-time high. It provides practical guidance and ideas for navigating the volatility of today's world with grace and fortitude. But the goal isn't only to get through hardship, it's to find power in those obstacles. If you're looking for relief from personal troubles, Stoic wisdom to assist you handle challenging circumstances, or simply want to learn more, you've come to the right place. Today, we'll look at the fundamental ideas of Stoicism and how they might help you live a more purposeful, balanced life. Join me as we explore the Stoics' wisdom and ideas on how to persist through adversity, embrace life's small pleasures, and cultivate a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities. Because our lives are determined by our responses rather than the events that happen to us. If you're ready to join me on this voyage, please subscribe and watch the entire movie to avoid missing a moment of enlightenment that could change your outlook and life. Number 1. Cultivating inner strength and self-belief. When addressing belief within the context of Stoicism, it is vital to highlight that it does not involve placing one's trust in an external power or expecting for a change in external circumstances. We mean having faith in our ability to overcome adversity. Stoicism is founded on the basic premise that our mind is an impenetrable fortress as long as we keep our emotions and thoughts under control. This indicates that according to Stoic philosophy, we have power over our experiences through how we react to them. Being your own captain amid life's storms is quite similar to that. The storm may be roaring outside, but you are in control, my buddy. It is up to you to make the decision. Having this kind of faith provides you the strength to face life's challenges head-on. Let me get this out of your head. How often have you felt absolutely helpless in the face of unexpected challenges? Not too often, is it? The Stoic idea is that we may be unable to change our circumstances, but we can choose how we respond to them. Therein lies your strength. That is the faith you must have. Imagine yourself in a difficult situation that would typically make you nervous. Consider that you are responding with poise, intelligence, and clarity. That is the spirit of Stoicism in action. What important is having the confidence to respond in accordance with your ideals and values, regardless of the circumstances. Regardless of what happens, you have the ability to remain calm and collected inside. Being confident does not mean being foolish or unreasonable. It is a belief in your ability to overcome obstacles and emerge stronger, based on logic and reasoning. Have faith in your ability to adapt, learn, and grow, regardless of the obstacles you confront. Having this level of Stoic self-confidence can change your life. Finally, it changes your view on life's challenges, your interactions with others, and your manner of living. Take hold of this belief, strengthen it, and let it guide you gracefully and confidently through life's highs and lows. Number 2, embracing life's challenges with resilience and growth. When the Stoics discuss tenacity, they do not mean confronting an issue head-on. It is about being diligent in staying the course, understanding that every struggle is an opportunity to learn and grow. Just for a second, let us be honest. Life can present unforeseen problems, isn't it? When those times arrive, it is easier to give up than to persevere. Nonetheless, this is the very moment when Stoic wisdom becomes accessible. It tells us that our character emerges in difficult circumstances, not in happy ones. When things get tough, the Stoics take action. Consider a situation in which you had to overcome a huge impediment. Perhaps you were about to give up on a long-term project or try to heal a broken relationship. There will be times when you simply want to give up and quit. However, if you stick to your plan and keep moving forward, you will come out of the difficulty stronger. Perseverance in the Stoic tradition comes down to that. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of viewing setbacks as chances for improvement. Patience, resilience, and bravery are characteristics that may be developed in any scenario. Sticking it out when times are rough is an excellent approach to develop resilience, fortitude, and, yes, stoicism. Just so you know, I'm not saying it'll be a picnic. Genuine doggedness is rare. However, there is immense joy in sticking to your ideals and working toward your goals, despite the overpowering want to give up. Your genuine power is present. At that point, your full powers will become clear. Keep in mind that sticking with anything does not require you to prove yourself or accomplish it alone. Maintaining commitment to your journey, personal development, and ideals is essential. It's about knowing that, even though everything around you is constantly changing, you can remain strong and strive for greatness no matter what. So, while you face personal challenges, remember the Stoic virtue of endurance. Accept it. Make it work for you. When you sense the want to give up, remember that there is growth on the other side of adversity. Remember that sticking with anything means you are blooming, growing, and improving, not just surviving. Persistence is essential for changing your life and achieving your goals. That is the quality that sets the average apart from the exceptional. So keep it close, nurture it, and let it guide you through life's inevitable highs and lows. If you keep trying, you will eventually succeed. Number 3. Thriving through life's unpredictable challenges. Making the best of a terrible situation is not what Stoicism means when it comes to adapting. Rather, it is about actively altering your response to match the situation while remaining committed to your essential beliefs as you ride the unexpected waves of life. So, what is flexibility so important? Consider this for a moment. Everything can occur at any time in life. One day, when you're coasting along, an unexpected hurdle arises out of nowhere. It could be a personal setback, a difficult position at work, or a devastating global disaster. The Stoics believed that our strength lies in our ability to adapt to changing circumstances. They were aware of the underlying ambiguity. Being adaptable does not imply compromising who you are or your beliefs. Not at all. Being resilient indicates that you can persevere in the face of adversity. You only need to be innovative. The goal is to look change in the eye and convince yourself, I can work with this. Consider this scenario. You're in the middle of a project when the scope and parameters change unexpectedly. Isn't that annoying? At this time, you should channel your inner Stoic. Instead of wallowing in self-pity or stubbornly refusing to budge from your original goal, pause, assess the new situation, and change your strategy. In today's world, the ability to adapt fast is extremely valuable. Being open to one's own growth and evolution is another facet of adaptability. It is about understanding that we change, grow, and gain new insights throughout our lives. It is as important to embrace this internal transition as it is to adapt to changes in the external world. Introspection was a central concept of Stoicism. They understood the importance of knowing oneself in order to adjust successfully. As a result, whenever you come into new situations, take a moment to reflect. What can I learn here? Is an appropriate question to ask. In what ways may this help my personal development? How should I respond in a morally correct manner? Engaging in this reflective activity allows you to ensure that your adaptability is principled and sensible rather than reactive. Remember that adjusting also entails being grateful and glad, regardless of where you are. Being happy is easy when times are good, but Stoicism teaches us that we may be happy even when things are awful. When we shift our perspective, we might discover happiness and contentment in the most unlikely places. It is time to embrace change. Let's be fluid like water, negotiating obstacles and modifying our course as needed, while remaining authentic. The more you can adapt to changing circumstances, the more resilient you will become. In a constantly changing world, the capacity to adapt rapidly is critical. Being able to adapt to new situations is a skill that will allow you to not only survive, but thrive. Knowing you are emotionally and physically prepared to deal with whatever comes your way will give you the confidence to face any obstacle front on. Number 4. Infusing timeless wisdom into modern life. When we talk of innovation, we usually think about breakthrough technologies or groundbreaking notions. However, when considering Stoicism, the concept of creativity becomes more intimate and meaningful. It's about creatively infusing Stoic philosophy into our daily lives, finding new ways to represent our ideals and beliefs despite the ever-changing realities. How can Stoicism, a philosophy with thousands of years of history, include innovation, you may be wondering? To tell you the truth, Stoicism is founded on common sense. It is about finding fresh solutions to old issues by bringing universal principles into our modern environment. This is where fresh ideas are presented. Consider the obstacles you face on a regular basis. Maybe it's a difficult boss, a severe family scenario, or an elusive personal goal. Rather than responding in the same unproductive ways, why not try something new? Can you envision what would happen if you creatively applied a Stoic principle? Consider a very difficult situation at work. You choose to be innovative rather than let your anger or resentment govern you. You utilize the Stoic philosophy of transforming obstacles into opportunities. You ask yourself, how can I grow from this challenge? What do you take away from it? Following that, you take action based on your insights. You approach the problem-solving session with a fresh perspective, and you come up with inventive, practical answers. Taking the initiative to improve oneself is another facet of innovation. It's all about never ceasing to learn more about Stoic philosophy and how to apply it more effectively. To accomplish this, you may need to experiment with new habits, be open to new ideas, or devise creative ways to assist others who are going through similar circumstances. However, keep in mind that innovation entails more than simply discovering solutions. It also includes improving the pleasant aspects of your life. What matters most is coming up with innovative ways to express gratitude, promote happiness, and strengthen friendships. In keeping with your Stoic values, it's important to never settle for mediocrity and instead push yourself to your limits. Let us be bold and imaginative as we embrace the innovation principle. Don't be afraid to take risks, learn from our failures, and try new things. Allow us to use our Stoic toolkit imaginatively as we seek ways to incorporate these timeless wisdoms into our modern lives. Promoting an inventive attitude can benefit both our personal life and the world as a whole. By doing so, we may inspire people to question existing norms, think creatively, and eventually discover their own meaning in life. Number 5. Turning adversity into opportunity for growth. The Stoic viewpoint emphasizes that problems and disappointments are unavoidable aspects of life. They do not attempt to conceal the truth about people. Rather, they offer a comprehensive set of resources for not just surviving adversity, but also turning it into an opportunity for personal growth. Perseverance as an art form emerges in this environment. Consider this. You're up against a seemingly insurmountable challenge. The thinking that it is too difficult may force you to give up immediately. However, you then invoke your Stoic spirit. The idea is to see difficulty as an opportunity to grow morally, strengthen character, and learn more about what it means to live a happy life. Looking suffering in the eye and perceiving it as a teacher rather than an adversary is what it means to persist in the Stoic sense. What can I learn from this experience? is the most important thing to consider. How will it help me build my character, become a better person, and gain wisdom? After then, it's all about taking small moves forward while remaining focused and directed. Just to be clear, sticking with anything doesn't mean you have to do it alone. Community and support are extremely important in Stoicism. It teaches us to rely on others, seek advice, and be helpful to others around us. Because we are social beings, we flourish in circumstances that allow us to form meaningful relationships with others. How can I develop this kind of tenacity, you might be wondering? It all starts with small measures. Take baby steps by committing to fulfilling little but substantial goals that you set for yourself. Make it a practice to respond calmly and clearly to the minor irritations or frustrations that arise during the day. These acts of fortitude gradually accumulate, laying the framework for greater achievement when times are tough. Always remember that perseverance is not confined to individual accomplishments. Making a positive influence in the world through resilience and contributing to the greater good is what it's all about. You have the ability to stimulate and encourage those around you by your steadfast commitment, whether in your professional life, personal relationships, or volunteer efforts. Now that we've established this, let's take Stoic advice and keep on. Let us face the challenges ahead with decency, grace, and unflinching belief in what we stand for. Let us remember that, no matter how small, we have achieved progress. Number 6. Aligning vision with reality for purposeful living. When considering Stoicism, one may not immediately think of dreaming. Surely the Stoics' reputation for pragmatism and realism predates them. But here's the interesting part. Stoicism allows us to dream big, while yet keeping us grounded in reality. When we dream in the Stoic sense, we envision ourselves living a life that is consistent with our innermost beliefs and goals. So how does a Stoic dream look? This is not a case of wishful thinking or avoiding reality. It's about focusing on what's most important in life, on what makes it worthwhile. Visualizing your ideal self and the life you want for yourself might help you handle life's problems and possibilities. You may be wondering, how can I have more productive dreams? It all starts with reflection, I believe. Spend some quiet time meditating about who you are, what you stand for, and what you want to accomplish. What are your values? What brings you happiness? To what extent do you want to be remembered after you die? Asking oneself these questions is not pointless. It is laying the groundwork for your goals to develop. Once you've determined what you want out of life, the next step is to figure out how to make it happen. Stoicism emphasizes living in harmony with nature, which includes one's own nature and potential. Dreaming, then, is a rallying cry, a motivator to make decisions in the present that advance your long-term aspirations. For example, assume you want to be a peacemaker, someone who can bring harmony into difficult situations. What a beautiful dream. You may wonder, how can you make it happen? In your daily interactions, by researching conflict resolution, engaging with community organizations, and practicing patience, empathy, and understanding. You get closer to your goal with each apparently tiny step. Remember that dreaming like a Stoic might also entail being adaptable. Our goals may shift as we gain experience and knowledge, because life is unpredictable. That is completely okay. It is critical that we keep our aspirations, never give up on them, and never stop working for our goals. So let us not be frightened to dream large. With an open mind and Stoic wisdom, let us dream large. Here's to a life in which we live each moment fully, make a positive difference, and constantly improve ourselves. Let us draw power from our dreams and allow them to guide us through the obstacles ahead. The ultimate purpose of dreaming is to see beyond our existing limitations and reach our entire potential. A better world can be conceived, but it must be realized through hard work. Number 7, achieving true fulfillment through virtue and purpose. Looking at success from a Stoic perspective entails more than just ticking items off a list or enjoying the results of one's labor. Stoicism, on the other hand, pushes us to think about achievement in a more nuanced and meaningful way. The main components are to reach our greatest potential, be honest to ourselves, and make a difference in the world. So how can we, as Stoics, approach success? The most important thing is to create plans that align with our ideals. This necessitates reconsidering what it means to achieve just in terms of outcomes, as well as effort, honesty, and growth. The route is as important as the destination in Stoicism. We shall achieve our goals via hard effort and excellent behavior. Give some thought to your ambitions. It could be becoming healthier, moving up the corporate ladder, or improving your relationships. Take a Stoic approach to all your activities. Discipline, focus on what you can control, and the capacity to let go of attachments to certain outcomes are all required for this. It entails sticking to your course even when things get difficult and considering failures as opportunities to learn and better. Nonetheless, Stoicism views reflection as an essential component of accomplishment. Reflecting on your journey allows you to acknowledge your accomplishments, gain wisdom from your experiences, and move ahead. This introspective activity will not only increase your pleasure, but will also motivate you to keep going, since you will see what you are capable of if you set your mind to it. Community also played a crucial role in Stoic success. We rely on the assistance and collaboration of others for many of our successes, since we are social creatures. As a result, as you strive toward your goals, keep in mind that your accomplishment will affect others other than yourself. Your successes can inspire others, share your knowledge, and contribute to a cause that is important to you. This allows you to make a positive effect and disseminate progress. As we conclude, I want you to contemplate the importance of accomplishment for yourself. How do you attain your goals while adhering to Stoic principles? How can you ensure that your triumphs benefit society as a whole while also meeting your personal needs? Let us establish lofty goals for ourselves, both in terms of what we accomplish and how we achieve it. Let us succeed by working together to achieve a common objective while retaining our honor and feeling part of a larger whole, because that is the heart of Stoicism, living a life that is meaningful on a fundamental level while still appearing superficially successful. Get out there, make a list of everything you want out of life, and then, with all the wisdom, virtue, and bravery you have, tick that list off. Also, keep in mind that even minor development is a success. To summarize, this has been an investigation of the 7 Stoic principles, which, when followed, can lead to a full, meaningful, and resilient life. Keep in mind that the goal is not perfection, but rather progress, maturation, and living in accordance with one's real identity. I hope you will carry the light of Stoic knowledge with you when we part ways today. In addition, if you need more motivation and understanding, view one of the recommended videos. Continue to shape your life with bravery, intellect, and morality as you venture deeper into your explorations. We appreciate you reading the Stoic Journal. Thank you so much for coming and participating. Until we meet again, may you be fearless, wise, and dedicated to the Stoic way of life.